Nationally, now growing tension amid protests and rallies in Grand Rapids, Michigan, after the death of Patrick Lyoya, a 26-year-old black man shot during a traffic stop 9 days ago. Police say Lyoya was killed after an officer's gun discharged during a lengthy struggle, but a representative for the family claims he was killed execution style. Moments ago, police released cell phone video of their encounter with Patrick. We want to warn you, the footage is disturbing.
How many cars you got going?
Drop taser!
Everyone.
Omar Jimenez is live for us in Grand Rapids. Omar, you were in the room as police wrapped up the press conference just a short while ago. What are they saying after the release of the footage?
Well, Jake, frankly, they're calling this a difficult day. And now leading up to what you just saw play out on your screens there, police said they pulled over this vehicle for mismatched plates, mismatched registration, though they wouldn't say why they were scanning them in the first place. But as soon as Patrick Lyoya is pulled over, he's seen outside of the car. There's a discussion. Lyoya starts running. The officer tackles him to the ground, and they're really fighting for a matter of minutes at that point. The officer tried to deploy his taser twice over the course of this, and Lyoya is seen trying to grab that taser as they're up, they're down, and then they go down for that final time, those moments that you just saw play out. The final words we hear from the officer are drop the taser, and then a single gunshot. The officer gets up, Lyoya doesn't. Now, the central questions here become what prompted this officer to pull out his weapon, and this officer is seen on top of Lyoya while he's face down. So I asked the police chief, what is the officer trained to try and do in that situation? Take a listen to what he said.
Typically, the answer is that you're trying to place them in custody. That's it. You're trying to secure that individual. The follow-up question, I'm sure, will be, was the use of force in policy? I'm not going to comment on that. But the test is going to be whether, in the view of a reasonable police officer, whether that deadly force was needed to prevent death or great bodily harm to that officer. That's the test which will be used for the policy.
And again, the question is what prompted that officer to pull out the gun, and if it was the taser, whether that taser prompted a threat or rose to that threshold of being able to commit great bodily harm or death, Jake.
And what's the next step in the process for this officer whose gun discharged, as the police are putting it?
Well, we've got a lot of things that are happening moving forward now. One, we're seeing some protests that have developed over the past few days, and the city is preparing to see some of them over the next few days. The police have called for them to be peaceful. Governor Gretchen Whitmer has confirmed that there is an ongoing investigation at the state level, as Michigan State Police typically take over these types of shootings. She also mentioned she and her lieutenant governor have also spoken with the Lyoya family, offering their condolences. And on the procedural portion of this, after that independent state investigation is over, it's referred to the county prosecutor for potential charges or back to the police department for disciplinary procedures. But I should mention, he is on paid leave at this point, stripped of police powers, Jake.
All right, Omar Jimenez in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Coming up next.